All right, we are going to start standing today. So if you guys just want to come up, find a comfortable spot on your mat. Your feet can be hip distance, shoulder distance, whatever is comfortable. And if you want to kind of rock front to back, side to side, lift up the toes, kind of roll the feet around. Start to feel them come onto the mat. And then just rest the feet, bringing the toes down, bringing the heels down, feeling throughout the four corners of your feet that each corner is resting down onto the mat evenly and comfortably. And we'll go ahead and take just a second here. Just let the hands rest at the sides. Close the eyes and start to use the inhales and exhales to start to bring us into the room, bring us onto our mats, starting to let the day go, and letting ourselves focus on our practice ahead of us. We're going to inhale and exhale using the nose. You can go as deeply or as shallow as is comfortable for you. Taking these moments to recognize the breath, starting to feel it move throughout the body, and also feeling it exiting the body as we exhale out all that breath. Taking just a few more minutes here with that breath. We'll take a couple more deep inhales and exhales. One more deep inhale. And exhaling it out. And we'll start to add a little bit of movement with the breath. So it's your choice if you'd like to keep the eyes closed or start to slowly open them, just with maybe a slight gaze, heavy lids right now. But we'll inhale, bringing the arms up. As we exhale, turn the palms away and bring them down towards the body. Inhale those arms up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And this time we'll inhale the arms up. And at the top, we're going to clasp the hands together. Turn the palms away so they're facing up towards the ceiling. Trying to push those arms up towards the ceiling, almost as if you're going to reach those palms and place them right on that ceiling. Getting that nice stretch long throughout the arms. And then kind of just relax the arms and start to tilt over to that right side. Getting a nice stretch in that left side body. Feeling it all throughout the ribs, through that arm, through the shoulder. Taking a few deep breaths here. And on the next inhale, we'll bring ourselves back, straight up, keeping those hands clasped. As we exhale, dropping to that left side. Again, feeling that stretch throughout that right side of the body, feeling it throughout the ribs. up through the shoulder. And on that next inhale, we'll go ahead and bring ourselves back up. We'll unclasp the hands, so rotating them towards the face, unclasping them. As we exhale, we're gonna bring the arms, twisting ourselves over to the left, bringing the arms down, and we'll drop them by the sides. Just a gentle twist right here, just warming up the spine. So the gaze doesn't have to go all the way over that back shoulder if it's not there yet. Taking a few deep breaths here. And on our next inhale, we'll bring the arms up, bringing ourselves straight forward. As we exhale, twisting over to that right side, dropping those arms down. Again, the gaze can either go over the back shoulder or just wherever you are in your twist right now. Breathing into the spine, trying to fill those lungs. Our twist can be a little bit more cumbersome on the lungs because everything kind of gets jumbled in there. So taking those deep breaths to fill those lungs, fill the rest of the body as well. And on the next inhale, we'll bring the arms up, bring ourselves back forward. As we exhale, turning the palms out, coming down with the arms. We'll take one more second here with the breath, closing the eyes. Inhaling deeply and exhaling it out. Starting to add a little bit more movement. So as we inhale, we'll bring the arms up. As we exhale, swan diving ourselves forward over the front of the legs. Inhale, we're gonna half lift, bringing the hands right under the shins. Exhaling down. Inhale, coming all the way back up to standing, bringing those arms up with us. Exhaling the arms down. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan diving ourselves forward. Inhale to that half lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, come all the way up to our standing, bringing the arms up. Exhaling the arms down. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to standing. Bringing those arms up. Exhale, dropping the arms down. All right, we'll add a little bit more movement to that. So inhale those arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back either to a plank or onto the knees. As you exhale, come all the way onto the mat. Inhale, just lifting the chest. Exhaling down. Inhale, pushing back to down dog so you can pass through all four here. Lifting those hips up. Taking a breath here. And on that next inhale, walk the feet up to the hands. Fold over those legs. And as we inhale, come all the way up. Bring those arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back to plank or onto the knees. Exhale, all the way onto the mat. Inhale, just lifting that chest. Exhaling down. Inhale, back to down dog. Taking a breath here. On the next inhale, walk those feet up to the hands. Folding over those legs. And inhale, coming all the way to standing, bringing those arms. Exhaling the arms down. All right, we'll do it one more time. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back to plank or onto the knees. Exhale, all the way onto the mat. Inhale, just lifting that chest. Exhale down. Inhale, back to down dog. And we'll hold this down dog for just a couple more breaths here. So take it a second to adjust the feet, adjust the hands. You want to pedal those feet out. Lifting one heel, dropping the other. Maybe holding one side a little bit longer, allowing each leg to release. And then let those legs come into stillness. Let the head hang between the arms. Go ahead and do some head circles. Maybe shake it yes, shake it no. And then just let it hang. And we'll take one more breath here. And on our next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up. As we exhale, we're going to sweep it through, dropping the foot down between the thumbs. Rotating that back foot so it's parallel with the mat. Taking the hands, placing them on the thigh. We're going to give ourselves a little assist up. We'll straighten that front leg. Rotate that front foot so it's also parallel with the mat. Take a second to adjust the feet so they're in line with each other. So toe tips in line with toe tips. We'll inhale, bring those arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to fold just halfway forward. If it's too much with the arms out, we can take the hands, place them onto the hips. Or we can also bring the arms out, kind of like an airplane here. We're going to hold this for just a second here. Taking a few breaths. Try not to grip those toes in. Try to let those toes relax. Try to keep the back nice and long and not rounding ourselves down. Take one more breath here. And as we exhale, start to fold all the way down. Let the hands just come to the floor or wherever they're going to rest. If we're not at the floor, we can just kind of let the hands hang. You can always grip the elbows. Kind of let the head hang down here. If the hands are at the floor, you can always place the fingertips so they're in line with the toe tips also, with those elbows facing backwards. Whatever's comfortable to you. We'll take just a couple breaths down here. Taking one more breath. And if the hands are on the floor, we'll go ahead and walk them out to the right of the face, starting to straighten the elbows. We'll start to walk the hands towards the front of the mat, rotating those feet. So our left leg should hopefully be behind us. Sorry, I should have said walk towards the right foot. But we'll step that left foot up just a little bit and then set that heel down. So our toes are at a little bit of an angle here. And we can either take the hands, place them on the thigh, and give ourselves a little assist up, or straight from the ground, we can bring ourselves up. And as we come up, we'll lift the hands. We need to take a second up here. We can adjust the feet, adjust the stance a little bit, making sure that knee's over that ankle. Try not to grip those toes here. Relaxing the feet. So if we want to add a little bit of a back bend, we can add that here, or we can just stay straight up and down. If we want to put the back bend in, we'll bring the gaze up towards the ceiling and slowly start to tip the shoulders back, bringing the gaze back, engaging the core, helping take a little bit of that strain off that lower back. Take a few breaths here. At any point you need to drop out of the back bend, feel free. And if we're in that back bend, we'll go ahead and bring ourselves straightening up and down. We're going to exhale, releasing the hands down by the sides. And then we're going to bring the knuckles together, kind of like you're fist bumping yourself on the lower back, just kind of resting them on the back. We're going to start to bow ourselves forward over that front leg. So we're just going to take the head, take the forehead, the crown, just start to come straight down, keeping that nice long back, using that front leg to almost hold us up. We get really low in the pose. We want to make sure to keep the nice length in the back. So as we come down, try not to round onto that front leg. We're just hovering right over that leg. We'll take a few breaths here. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. And on our next inhale, we're going to slowly start to lift ourselves back up, coming straight up. We'll release the hands from behind us. We'll rotate the back foot so it's up on the toes, and then just step it forward at the front of the mat. We're going to do a little bit of a balance here, so we're going to keep that right foot planted. So we're going to slowly start to lift the left toe. So we'll keep the hands out now for a little bit of balance. Finding that spot that's in front of us that's slightly down, not moving. So slowly starting to roll that left foot up. The toes being the very last thing that comes up, bringing the knee up. We're going to cross the knee over that right leg. If we can, we're going to try to tuck those toes behind that right calf. If not, we can have the foot just kind of hanging out here. Or if our balance is really off, we can keep those toes on the mat. Wherever we're at. Again, finding that spot that's not moving. Feeling those inner thighs kind of squeezing in towards each other. When we feel really balanced, we can bring the hands up. And we'll take the left hand, crossing it underneath the right arm, and bringing those palms together. So you want to make sure that those elbows out are about a 90-degree here, so don't let those drop down. Keeping them up. Take just a few more breaths here. One more breath. And go ahead and slowly release it out. Release the foot, bringing that left foot down. We'll shake that right leg out. Shake those hands out. Shake that left leg out. We'll go back to the top of our mats. And we'll inhale our arms up. As we exhale, swan diving ourselves forward. Inhale, half lifting. Exhaling down. This time we're going to inhale, just stepping back to a down dog. So we're going to take a few breaths here. So go ahead and feel if you need to pedal those feet out again. You can pedal them out here. And then let those feet come to stillness. Taking a deep inhale. And exhaling it out. This time we're going to inhale, lifting the left foot up. As we exhale, we're going to sweep that left foot forward, dropping it between the thumbs. And we're going to take the hands, either placing them on the thigh, or just coming straight up if we can. We'll rotate that back foot so it's down. Sorry, wait for you guys. That right foot so it's parallel with the mat. We're going to straighten that front knee again. Rotating that left foot so it's also parallel. And then taking that second here to make those adjustments. So we want toe tips in line with toe tips. We're going to do a little bit of that strength pose here again. So we're going to inhale those arms up. As we exhale, we're going to come straight forward. Holding just halfway here. Again, we can take the hands, place them on the hips. We can have them out towards the side, kind of like that airplane, or straight out in front of us. Take a second here to kind of release those toes, make sure they're not curving in. Keeping the length in the back. Taking a few breaths here. Take one more breath. And as we exhale, we slowly start to fold forward, letting ourselves come down. Taking the hands, placing them wherever is comfortable. Taking a few breaths here. And if the hands are on the floor, we'll take the hands, placing them right in front of that face, straightening the arms, and slowly start to walk the hands towards the left foot, rotating the feet. We'll take that right foot, kind of hop it forward just a little bit so you have a little shorter of a stance. And then we can either take those hands, placing them on the thigh to give ourselves a little help up, or sweeping the arms up, coming straight up into our warrior one. Again, if you need to take any time in this standing now position to adjust the feet, making sure that knee stays over that ankle. And try to release the toes if they're gripping at all. And we can either stay right here, or if we want to put that back bend in, we'll bring the gaze up towards that ceiling and slowly start to tip those shoulders back, that head back, and engaging the core, helping to take a little bit of that strain off that lower back. Taking a few deep breaths here. And we'll take one more breath with this back bend. And as we inhale, we'll start to straighten ourselves back up. Exhaling, bringing those arms down and giving those knuckles together at the back, the lower back. And we'll start to slowly start to lead with the crown of our head, coming straight down over that front leg, keeping that length in the back. Taking a few breaths here. Remembering we're not leaning on that front leg, just kind of hovering over it. We'll take one more breath. Exhaling it out. And as we inhale, slowly starting to bring ourselves back up. We'll release the hands, rotate that right leg, so now we're up on those toes, and then stepping the feet together at that top of the mat. And we'll take a little bit of that balance on this side, so we're going to keep the left foot planted this time. Take those hands, placing them out to the side to kind of help us out, finding that spot that's not moving, and slowly starting to come up on those toes, those right toes. The last thing that comes up, bring that knee up, cross that right leg over the left. And if we can, tuck those toes behind the ankle or behind the calf. Or if the balance is kind of off, we can keep that toe right on the floor by the ankle. Or just kind of let that foot hang out. And each side is going to be a little bit different. So we want to make sure those inner thighs are rotating in towards each other. When we feel ready, we'll bring the arms up. This time we'll take the right arm, placing it under the left. Bringing those palms facing together, making sure those arms are at that 90-degree. Taking those deep breaths here. And it's okay if you fall out of the pose. You can always just try to get back into it. So a couple more deep breaths here. One more inhale and exhale. And then slowly release the legs, release the arms. We'll place that right foot back down. Give that left leg a shake. Give that right leg a shake. Shake those arms out. And we'll go ahead and inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, we'll half lift. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, step back to our down dog. Then take a second here to feel a difference in the legs. Maybe those heels are a little bit closer to the ground. Maybe the legs feel a little bit looser than they did when we just started not too long ago. We'll take one deep breath here. Exhaling it out. And slowly coming down onto those knees. Go ahead and swing those feet around and have a seat on our mat. So we're gonna, bring the feet together in front of us. And as close to the hips as is comfortable, and kind of rocking side to side here so we're up on those sit bones. We'll take an inhale. And as we exhale, start to fold over those legs just as far as it's comfortable. Try not to push down on the knees, just letting the legs fall on their own when they're ready. And taking some deep breaths here. And then we'll take the hands, placing them on the floor, just kind of giving ourselves that little assist up. So we're gonna keep the feet together, and we're gonna do a little bit of a twist here. So if you feel the legs start to go up, start to shift the feet out a little bit so they're not as close to the body. That will help take a little bit of the stress off the legs. So wherever's comfortable, but all we're gonna do is just that twist that we did in the beginning, just seated. So we're gonna inhale those arms up. And as we exhale, we're gonna twist to the left side, bringing the arms down. And that left hand's gonna go behind us. The right hand can either come on the shin or resting on the knee or on the thigh, whatever's comfortable. We're gonna try to bring that gaze around behind us. If it's not there, wherever's comfortable on that neck, we're gonna breathe into the twist here. So again, if you feel the legs start to come up at all, start to shift the feet away from the body. And we're gonna inhale, bringing the arms back up and forward. As we exhale, we're gonna twist over to that right side, bringing that right hand behind us. Left hand can either be placed on the shin, on the knee, or on the thigh, whatever's comfortable. Taking those deep breaths. And our next inhale, we'll bring ourselves forward, bringing those arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. We'll stretch the legs straight out in front of us. You need to kind of wiggle them from side to side. Feel free. We're gonna take one inhale. We're gonna just stretch over those front legs, bringing the arms up. As we exhale, coming down over those legs. Trying to keep the length in the back here. So if you feel that you're starting to arch yourself forward, maybe come out just a little bit. Taking deep inhales and exhales here. We'll take one more breath. And we'll take the hands, placing them on the floor next to the legs, slowly starting to walk ourselves back up. So we're gonna do kind of a twisting pose with the legs out. If it's uncomfortable to have the legs out, we can kind of keep them up. So we're gonna bring the hands kind of straight in front of us, kind of almost like we're gonna push on a wall in front of us. And we're slowly gonna start to turn to our left So our legs will start to fall a little bit. So we're going to turn to our left, trying to bring the legs all the way to the floor behind us. Placing the hands down. We're going to just kind of do like a push-up, like we're going to give the ground a kiss, I guess. Push ourselves back up. Sweep those arms forward. So I'll go sideways so maybe that helps a little bit. So we'll rotate from side to side. So this time we'll twist over to the right side, bringing those arms down, bringing that right hand behind us, following it, and then just kind of doing that push up, down, and coming back up, bringing ourselves back up and forward. So again, if we want to have a little bit of a bend in the knees, we can kind of twist ourselves this way, twisting the legs down, and then doing that kind of push down and forward. Whatever's comfortable to you. So we're gonna move just from side to side a couple more times. So we'll go over to that right side, taking that hand down, placing the other one, pushing down, coming up, using that core to twist us back. We'll rotate the other side, taking that hand, coming down, pushing down and up. And one more on each side. So bring those hands down, pushing to the earth, coming back up and forward. And last one on the other side. Hands down, pushing forward and coming back forward. We'll take a second here. Take a breath. And then we're going to take our left foot, bringing it into the hip, kind of up against our right leg. We're going to fold over that right leg. So we'll inhale the arms up and exhale, folding straight over that leg. Taking deep breaths here, trying to keep that length in the back. And we'll take the hands, placing them on the floor, slowly walking ourselves back up. We'll bring that right leg in, switch it out with that left leg. Bringing that right foot so it's in against that left leg. Inhale, bringing those arms up. And exhale, folding over that left leg. Again, trying to keep the length in the back while folding over the leg. Taking deep inhales and exhales. Taking a few more breaths here. And then taking those hands, placing them on the mat, slowly walking ourselves back. We're going to bring that right knee up and slowly make our way onto our hands and our knees. Take a second here to line those wrists right under those shoulders, those knees right under the hips. Feet are flat on the floor. We're going to do a little bit of some back bends here. So just some cat-cow. So as we inhale, we're going to drop the belly down, bring the gaze up. As we exhale, rolling the spine up. Tucking the chin to the chest. Inhale, dropping that belly down, gaze going up. Exhale, rolling the spine. Inhale, dropping that belly down. Exhale, rolling the spine. And inhale, dropping the belly down. And exhale, rolling up. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, dropping that belly down. And exhale, rolling up. This time as we inhale, we're just going to come to a neutral spine. Take a second if we need to readjust the ankle, or sorry, the wrist and the knees. We're going to take the right hand stretching out in front of us. We're going to take the left foot, stretching it straight back, flexing that foot down so the toes are pointing towards the floor. We're going to take an inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to bring them together in the middle. Exhaling out. Inhale, crunching it together. Out. Exhale together. Inhale out. And exhale together. Inhale out. We'll do one more. Exhaling together. And inhaling out. We'll take the right hand, place it on the floor. Take that knee, placing it on the floor, taking that second here to readjust. Taking the left hand, placing it out. Right foot out. Taking that inhale. Exhale, bring them together. Inhaling out. Exhaling together. Inhaling out. Exhaling together. Inhaling out. Exhale together. Inhale out, and we'll do one more. Exhaling together. And inhale it out. Go ahead and take that hand, place that knee back down. We're going to go ahead and have a lie down right on our bellies. Take the hands, just place them right under the face, and you can turn the face to whatever side is comfortable, just resting a cheek on the hands for just a second. Taking a couple breaths here to try to catch the breath a little bit if we lost it. We'll take one more deep inhale and exhale. And we'll go ahead and turn the head. Take the hands out from under. We're going to take the hands and place them right under those shoulders. We'll go ahead and turn the cheeks. So again, it's laying down. So we're not holding that neck up. So we're going to have the feet tops flat on the mat. And we're going to do that little bit of a back bend that we do when we're in our sun suits in the very beginning. But we're going to do a little bit more here. So we'll put a little tiny pressure into the hands, engaging the core, and see if we can get a little bit higher. So we'll take a breath here. And the next inhale, we'll bring ourselves up, bringing that gaze forward, bringing that back up, putting that little bit of pressure into the hands, coming just a little bit higher. Those feet are flat on the floor, those kneecaps are coming up, engaging that core, holding it for just a second longer here. And exhaling it down. And we'll do that one more time. So we'll take an inhale here and exhale it out. And the next inhale, turning that gaze forward, bringing ourselves up, that little bit of weight into the hands, engaging the core, folding ourselves up. Feet are flat, those kneecaps are hovering. Taking one more breath here and exhaling it down. And taking a deep breath here. Go ahead and roll over onto our backs. And we'll have the feet placing them on the mat. Go ahead and place those feet so they're on the wide part of the mat, so they're nice and wide. Take the hands, place them out towards the side, kind of like a T, and just let the knees fall from side to side. Going as slowly or as quickly as is comfortable. You need to hold one side down. Feel free to hold it down. Maybe stretch one side a little bit longer. And we'll do one more on each side. And when you feel ready, bring those knees up. Bring the feet in together. So they're back kind of centered on the mat. We're going to take the right foot, place that ankle right on that left thigh. Start to bring the hands in together and start to lift the upper body and bring the left knee into the chest. We're going to take a hold of the leg and then start to slowly let the upper body come back down onto the mat. So we should feel a pretty deep stretch in that right hip area. We can always pull the knee in a little bit closer to the chest to get a little bit deeper of a stretch. Or we can take the hands and place them on the outside of that left shin. And that'll also bring that leg a little bit closer into the body. We'll take a few deep breaths here. If at any point during this pose you need to come out of it a little bit, feel it. It's a pretty deep pose or deep stretch for that inner hip. This is a good pose that if we sit all day, kind of helps lengthen those hips out so they don't shorten on us. Take a few breaths here. Start to let that hip release. Taking a few more breaths. And we'll slowly release that left leg down. We'll uncross that right ankle, bringing it onto the mat, that whole leg. Try to give it a little bit of a wiggle. Slowly. And then we'll take that right foot, place it onto the mat. Take the left ankle over that thigh. And slowly take a hold of that right leg, either behind on that hamstring area, or if we need to, go onto the shin. Each side may be a little bit different. One side might be a little bit tighter than the other. And that's normal. Again, trying to let that left hip release now. So we can send the breath into that hip. Try not to tense up any part of the leg. Just let it relax. deep breaths. Trying to focus on how the breath fills the body, fills that hip area. And take a few more breaths here. And we'll slowly release that left or right leg. Uncross that ankle. Bring that left leg all the way onto the mat and just rock it slowly from side to side. We'll bring that left foot back onto the mat. We'll take the hands again out like that T shape. Walk the feet just a little bit over to the right and then shift those hips over. Tuck the knees into the chest. And then as we exhale, we're going to drop the knees to the left side. If we want, we can take the left hand placed on top of that right leg. Try not to push it down or just let the hand rest on the ground, whatever's comfortable. Taking those deep breaths in that twist. We'll take one more breath here. And then slowly start to bring that right leg up, all the way by that left leg. Placing those feet onto the mat. Slowly walk the hip or the feet to the left side. And shifting those hips over. Bringing those knees up into the chest. Exhaling down to the right. Again, you can take that right hand, place it on that top leg, or just leave it down on the ground, whatever's comfortable. Breathing into the twist. Try to take deep breaths into the lungs here. And we'll take one more breath down here. And slowly start to lift that left leg up. Follow it by the right. Placing those feet onto the mat. We'll walk the feet center mat. Shift those hips over. Bring the knees into the chest. Taking hold of the legs. Slowly rocking side to side. And we'll release the legs, letting them come onto the mat. We'll take the arms, placing them above the head, and we'll do one last full body stretch. So stretch those arms up, stretch those legs down. Feel everything stretching. And then release the legs, release the arms. Let the legs fall wherever's comfortable. Take the arms, place them alongside the body. Start to close the eyes. Starting to focus on the breath. Feeling the heat from the practice throughout the body. Starting to clear our mind here. Releasing any tension or stress from the day. See it almost leaving the body with each exhale. Taking these next few minutes to just be with yourself. To try to not have anything to worry about or anything to have to think about. Maybe these are the only few minutes you have like that to yourself all day. Now's the time to just take advantage of that. Start to bring a little life back into your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles, rocking your head from side to side. Begin deepening your inhales and exhales. And slowly take one foot, placing it on the mat, and follow it by the other foot. And then slowly one knee into the chest, followed by the other knee. Taking a hold of the legs one last time and rocking side to side. And when you feel ready, roll onto your right side. with your right side grounded by the earth, leaving your left side open to the sun, the moon, and the stars, and all the gifts the universe has to offer you today. When you're ready, come up to a comfortable seated position. And we'll take the hands, placing them right in front of the heart. Taking one last deep inhale and exhale with the eyes closed. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this evening. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.